And that's why unity is so important, right? Because I identify that I cannot bring about the change I want to see by myself. It's going to take everybody. Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Aaron Ballantyne and you're watching Life According to Aaron. So in this video, we're going to be talking about how improving Jamaica is not a solo effort. We cannot improve our country just by the efforts of one person. It has to be a joint effort. It has to be a collective effort. Every citizen, every person has to contribute to our nation's development. You know how people can see you on TV or see you on social media and bad mind either what you're doing or where you are, not really giving much thought as to the whole picture. Because for example, if you see someone on TV or media or whatever, wherever you see the person and they're advocating for national development, they want to improve the country, and you choose to, or a person chooses to badmind them, they're missing the point of what they're trying to do, because what they're doing isn't for their own glorification. They're doing it for the development of the country, and they cannot do that by themselves. So even those people who are bad-minding them or saying negative things about those people, they're needed for that process to be successful. If it is that they're bad-minding somebody who has national development on their mind, what they don't realize is that that person who has national development on their mind needs that person or needs other people like them to foster development in the country. One of the things I talk about in my book, The Pursuit of Life, is the legacy that you leave behind. That's one of the reasons why whenever I'm videoing things like this, I do it at National Heroes Park, because they left behind a legacy that we should continue. But one of the reasons why I wrote the book is because it speaks about a legacy. A part of building a legacy is imparting to those who come after you the information and knowledge that you would have gained throughout your lifetime to foster growth or further development and prosperity, right? That's one of the reasons why I wrote my book. Instead of keeping the information and knowledge in my head in one place where it could only benefit me and my small circle, I put it in a book so that even after I'm dead and gone, it can still impact generations after me. That's why on the cover of that book it says it imparts multi-generational gems of wisdom, because I would want it to be able to be passed on to different generations. And that's why unity is so important, right? Because I identify that I cannot bring about the change I want to see by myself. It's going to take everybody, right? Unity is important because we are, especially Jamaica, we're a very small country, right? We have very limited amount of people out there that represent us. That's why one of the reasons why when a Jamaican represents us on the global scale, it could be the Olympics, it warms my heart when we come together and celebrate those people. So for example, when Bolt was running at the Olympics, like when he was getting all of those gold medals, around that time a friend of mine had communicated that he wanted to watch it in Halfway Tree. So after work I met up with him and we gathered and we picked up a spot at JN, the JN steps, so we could see the big screen, right, and watch the race on the big screen. This was hours before the actual race was being shown, but we got there, we picked our spots, we got comfortable, talked for hours until it got dark and the race was about to be shown. You see, during that period of time, people came with cameras and mics to record and interview people and get their thoughts on the thing, and people gathered around. There was a crowd leading up to the time when the race was going to be run. And you see now, when the race came on, no traffic was moving. Red, orange or yellow, green light, no traffic was moving when the race was being run. Everybody was watching, everybody was supporting, everybody was making up noise. That is the kind of unity that we need. Alright, so in all of this unity talk, we're joined by a special guest, the groundsman who I met up with earlier today, asking him about Heroes Park and if I could film and stuff. So welcome,
Fred.
Yeah. So remember, we're talking about unity and things, guys, and in sharing some words and sharing some words between each other, he has a few words to share as well about unity. So take it away, Fred. What are your thoughts on unity?
As I meet my brother right here in the park, and he's topic is about love, unity. As I just want to share this moment of the video by saying, without love, we're going nowhere.
That's true.
We got to love each other, care for each other,
Exactly.
and respect each other. And that's when we're going somewhere.
You know what I find? Especially in Jamaica, for example, you know when, like whenever one of us represents the country, like the Olympics, like Usain Bolt and those runners, you notice how we gather in places like Half a Tree and them places there, and we lick pop cover and make up noise and celebrate them and things. That kind of unity through the country, you know?
Yeah, man. For real, man. That's my few words I got to say, man.
Yeah, man.
I believe in love.
Yeah, man.
Loving each other.
Yeah, man.
Care for each other.
Yeah, man.
Share with each other.
Say it for it, say it for it, say it for it.
So I'm saying, killing, warring, that's going nowhere, man.
Exactly. So you take love and you take unity.
That's what. Love and unity.
You hear it right here, folks, from Fred and from me. Love and unity is what's going to make the difference.
Yes.
Right? Thank you again, Fred, for your words.
I respect. Yes, bye-bye.
We have enough problems in our country. We are small, and regardless of how much you earn or where you are on the societal ladder, we have our own problems. No matter how much you earn, no matter where you are, we have our own problem. We have enough problems. So when somebody is making it big or doing well, our first instinct shouldn't be to badmind them or wish badly on them or share negative comments or thoughts about them. It should be to support them and big them up. We as a country are filled with so many talented people, but the problem is a lot of our talented people misuse those talents. We abuse those talents. So when we find someone who genuinely is talented and is using their talents for the betterment of their country or even just self-development to impact those around them positively, the last thing we should do is spread negativity or wish badly for them. We should support them. We should encourage them. You can sit there and focus on all of the bad things about the country. Jamaica not no road, we not no infrastructure, cost of living way too high, all of those things. You can focus on all of the bad all you want. I prefer to give my energy to the things that are going to make me feel better, make me happy, and remind me that Jamaica isn't all bad. To spread positivity, to encourage somebody, not to just look at the negatives, but the positives that we should be proud of as a people, as a Jamaican people. Listen, no matter where you go in the world, you're going to find problems. Everywhere has its own set of problems, unique to where you go. Other countries have their own problems. Jamaica has its own problems, right? But instead of hating on the country or saying this and that and this and that, remind yourself that we only have one Jamaica. You cannot change your nationality. Once you're born in Jamaica, you are Jamaican. That's something that just never goes away. So instead of being ashamed of it, you should be proud of it. So the next time you see somebody on TV or media and they're out there representing the country, instead of bad-minding them, instead of wishing that you were in their place, instead of wishing that they weren't experiencing the success that they're experiencing, be proud. Be proud of who they are, because you are just like them. You guys, we all, not you guys, we all share the title of Jamaican. So when one of us does well, all of us does well, and we should recognize, acknowledge, and celebrate that. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, all of the good stuff, especially share, because if you know a Jamaican or somebody who loves Jamaica, I'm sure they'd love to see this video as well. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.